Yeah, man, this is Kevin Christian. Today is the 8th of February 2022, and this is going to be the week 4 video for going back to school, going to college for computer programming. So far, it's really, I thought it was going to be like a cakewalk. And then I discovered, as I talked about in the last video, that it really does take up some time, but at the same time as insisting on your time, it's kind of requiring you to actually pay attention and learn the things that are being taught to you. So it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. If you don't want to take up your time, then I guess you're just going to have to do something different. But I think it's a good pathway in life and for the type of problems that we have and for the type of world that we're facing to learn about computer programming. So, anyway, I was able to talk to my advisor, and so I'm going to meet up with them again. But what I found out was they call it a double major. Okay, if you take, like, say for example, I'm taking computer programming, the like a degree for computer programming, and I learned this too, like a diploma for in college. I was thinking that was like a 4 year thing, but a diploma is like something you can get in like a year, which is less than an associate's degree, and then you have the bachelor's and so on. So I'm actually doing an actual degree, so it's something that requires 66 credits, and the classes that I'm taking are only 3 and 4 credits, and that's Comp 1000 and CIST 1001. It's computer concepts and computer literacy, and those are the first two classes, and they are required for the degree. And I'll have a lot of other classes that are required for the degree, but they're 3 and 4 credits, and I have to get 66 credits for the degree. So I'm sitting here doing the math in my mind, and this is me just jumping in the beginning and trying to get used to doing the work and staying on a schedule and being responsible like that, because it's been a long time since I've been in school, and all I have is work, and then I can get to like YouTube stuff or whatever else I can get to whenever I feel like it. And uh, even with even with like my business stuff with EMF broadcasts and the website and anything else I have going on, I can kind of get to it when I want to. And but this is not something you can get to when you want to. It's like work, you have to turn in your assignments by a certain time or you get a zero. So after, I think it's been 4 weeks now, I'm going into the fifth week now, actually. So I'll do another video for the fifth week. But going into the fifth week, after 4 weeks, I've got over 100 in one of the classes and 100 in the other class. So, they really have it set up to where I feel like, if you don't have a very high score, it's because you either didn't do the work or you answer the same questions wrong again after you get them wrong the first time, because you're going to get a few wrong on the exams, but it does give you an opportunity to do them again. And so if you get them wrong, then you take some time to study, and then you do what you could do to get them right the next time. So far I've got perfect score and better than perfect score in the two classes. But so what I found out about the double major thing was that, for example, I'm taking computer programming, and then they have other degrees, associate's degrees, and like cybersecurity and web development and database management and all kinds of stuff like that. And a lot of those require some of the same classes. So, for example, like if I was to go into almost any of those, it would also require computer concepts and computer literacy. And these two entry classes are just really letting you understand the basics of how computers work and all of the terminology, and what is a hard drive, and what is a solid state drive, and what is a processor, and what is a bitmap, and what are graphics, and all these different things. Like you learn about the terminology and the technical side of computers themselves before you really go into a lot of like programming and stuff like that. So they're giving us the basics now, but those classes are also required, in cybersecurity and web development. So I found out that what I can do is actually take another major and end up with 2 associate's degrees, and I won't have to take all of those same classes. So if I take computer concepts, computer literacy, which those are what I'm taking now, then those will also count towards the other degree if I were to take another degree that has a similar requirements. So that's kind of the plan right now. Another thing I'm looking at is like I'm going to get 7 credits for this semester, and I got to get 66 credits. So obviously that's not going to work. If I get 7 each semester and there's 2 semesters, that's 14 a year. That means it's going to take me 5 years to get an associate's degree, and that's not what I'm about to do. So what I really plan on doing more so is go ahead and just after I get used to this, I'm used to it already, and go ahead and just make the changes in my life that are necessary and decide to dedicate myself to this completely. And so I'm going to take more classes. So I'm going to try to take 3 classes, at least 3 classes per semester after this first semester. And then I'm going to do the summer mini mesters is what they call it, like the summer school thing. I'm going to do all of it. And I don't know if they have like one for the winter break. If they do, I'll take that too. But I know they have a spring semester and a fall semester and a summer mini mester, which counts as the same. They just cram all of the work into the like 6 or 8 weeks instead of like 16 weeks. So I'm going to try to take 3 classes for every semester and then do about 2 classes on the mini semesters. And then that'll help me get to where I'm trying to go. It's still not going to be something where I can really get it in 2 years, but what I really plan on, and this is long term, I'm going long on this, just like with the stock market, you know, I got a lot of plays that I'm not selling. I'm keeping these, okay? And I don't even care if I'm down on it or not. It don't matter, because I plan on keeping this for a long term. So that's what I'm doing with this. And I know it's going to be a long, drawn-out process, but it won't be that long before I start to get into the classes that start really teaching me stuff that I didn't know, and to be, you know, dedicated to it and to have the structure of it all. It's going to force me to have to learn these things, and I'm going to be able to hopefully in about 4 years get 2 associate's degrees kind of in the same category. Okay, and then maybe I'll do it in 3 if I really get serious. But more likely to get the full 2 associate's degrees, it's probably going to take me 4 years. And so I'm a month into it. Let's go. Let's do it. Whatever. I ain't got nothing else to do except for go to work, stack this money up, make my videos, solve these gang stalking problems. And, you know, if you didn't know, that's what's pushed me to do this whole thing is hacking and gang stalking. So I don't really prefer to mention that in these videos, but that's what it is. All of this broadcast stuff and all of this hacking stuff has caused me to go into computer programming as a profession. Okay, so I already have a job that I'm cool with. I'm cool with that job, you know. But I mean, I'm moving up at my job, and I want to continue to do that. But this could definitely be a better career opportunity, but just pointing out, it's not the reason that I did this. I did this for the knowledge and to solve the type of problems that I have. And so right now, you know, everything's working out, and I like the school. I like the staff and the professors, and everything's worked out good. I haven't been to any other ones to know if like it's way better somewhere else, but I think it's really good where I'm at. So it's a local technical college, and I'm just going to go there for 3 or 4 years and get 2 associate's degrees. That's my plan. You know, I could probably do 1 in 2.5 to 3 years because I work full time. You know, I work over 40 hours a week. So I want to continue to do that and continue to get my money up and stuff like that. I want to put myself in a position to solve the type of problems that I have and to make a better life for myself. But, you know, let's talk about the taking up your time thing. The classes that I'm doing now, and I'm sure it'll take up your time no matter what classes you take, but the classes that I'm doing now are based in this software called Cengage. And the Cengage software kind of walks you through everything. It's like got the ebooks, and you can read the chapters, or you can have them read to you, and then you can take the practice stuff or not. And you can just do the quizzes and the exams, and that's going to count towards your grade. But the thing is, like, you start to do an exam, okay, and like, for example, in one of my classes, it gives you like a 3 or 4 minute video to watch, and then it'll ask you a question on that video, and then you answer the question, and then it'll give you another video, and you can't skip and you can't do anything about it. You just literally have to watch the video in order to get the question, to be able to answer the question, and it counts towards your grade. So I don't like that, and because, like, in one of my other classes, but I think they know, because that's the deal. Because in my other classes, there's these quizzes that you take, and you really don't have to. You can just go take the quiz, you know. And with this basic stuff, I know most of this stuff already, and so I'm able to just run through it and get like a perfect score, or like miss one the first time around, and then not even have to watch the videos or read the chapter. And it's because it's really basic stuff. I'm sure it won't always be that way, but in that class, you've got to do like 7 modules, you know, and that was like every 2 weeks. You got a whole section that you do, and it's like 5 or 6 or 7 modules on each section, and those each have exams and quizzes. But my other class, it's like you do 1 a week, but those are the ones where you got to sit there and watch the whole video. And it's like the other day, some of them are like a minute long, but some of them are like 6 minutes long. And the other day I had to watch 44 videos to do the exam. But then, you know, you complete it and it's over with, and then you're like, yeah, it's easy. So, you know, but at the same time, like, having to sit there and do it that way forces you to have to learn it. You have to pay attention to the video, and so you can know what the question is, and then you learned it. It's like a forced learning. There's no way to get around it unless you just don't do the work, and then you're going to fail. And who's going to college to fail? So not me. So that's pretty much where I'm at with it. I haven't gotten into anything that's spectacular enough to talk about that much. I will mention this a lot, and I'm going to talk about this more, probably a lot in the next video. But a lot of what they're teaching us now, you know, whole sections of part of our grade and everything is about ethics. And I think that when you start to learn a bunch of things that can put you in a powerful situation, they want to try to instill that into you, that, you know, it would be wrong to do these things, and it would be wrong to be a cyber hacker, stalker, or whatever. It would be wrong to be a gang stalker. And they don't come out and say that, but I'm saying they talk a lot about, you know, privacy, security, and ethics, respect, and cooperation, and, you know, just ethics in general. And I think just because they don't want people that they start to teach all of these things to start to use them in malicious ways. So that's pretty much what's going on. This is the conclusion of week 4 for Kevin Christian is going to college and for computer programming. And so I'll keep you updated as far as like what I find out about the double major thing, and get more into the credits that it takes and my time frames and all of that stuff. And I'll talk more about the ethics thing. And going into week 5 now, I'm already ahead on my work and stuff. So the last thing I'll tell you is that, especially now with the pandemic thing, you don't actually have to go to class. Now, they call it a hybrid. So you can go to class, which I do most of the time, but you don't have to. It's not like just online classes. You can actually go to the campus and go to the classes. And they have, you know, a store, and you can buy a hoodie for your team, and you can go to the dance, and you can go to the little restaurant they have in there and get you some lunch, and you can go to the library in there, and it's like cool. It's a real campus, and like, so it's not like online school, but at the same time, if you choose to do it online, or you don't feel like going and you get your work done, you don't have to go, and you can do it online. So there's not a whole lot of I wouldn't have a whole lot of excuses to tell you like why I wouldn't want to go. I want to do this anyway, so I'm going to go through whatever the hardships are about it. And then there's a lot of financial aid stuff that's available, and I'm not exactly sure how all that works yet, but I'll probably cover all of that over the course of this, what's looking like it's going to be more like a long-term thing. So this will be the series, Kevin Christian, back off to college for computer programming. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.